Chris joins us up next in Los Angeles. Chris, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, George. Thanks
Hey.
for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on?
So the short of it is I just graduated medical school. I'm 28 years old, and luckily I'm not carrying any debt
Wow.
anymore. And
Let's
yeah,
go.
thanks. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm about to start residency training in July, and my family as a graduation gift essentially is giving me $40,000 just to kind of get me started so I can hit the ground running. And I have about $10,000 of my own money saved, and I'm just calling just to see what your opinion is on what I can do with it to kind of maximize my saving or my investments, retirements, anything like that. Because I've been in school for forever, and I don't really. I'm kind of new to this whole finance thing.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thanks for joining our crazy crew here. So let me recap here. You just graduated med school completely debt-free, and you have $10,000 saved in the bank.
Yes.
You are a unicorn, my friend. How did you get through med school debt-free? No wrong answers.
So it's a combination of a bunch of scholarships and family help.
Awesome. Fantastic
I
news,
like
man. So you got
Thank you.
40K here, and you're going, what is my next goal? How much are you making in residency?
So I'll be making 57,000 pre-tax, which I calculate out to be around 40K take home per year.
Oh, I love how nerdy you are. This makes me happy. Okay, so you got 40,000 take home, and you have 40,000 that'll be a lump sum that you can do whatever you want with. What is your next goal for Chris? Are you going to be renting somewhere?
Yes. So I will be renting. So I'm moving to a new city, so I'm renting for now. Not really thinking about buying a house at my current salary, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, you don't need to rush into that. Do you have a car? Do you need a car?
I will need a car because my car will be staying here with my family, and I'm going to need to use some of that 40,000 to help purchase a car.
So what I would do, I think your next step would be a fully funded emergency fund. You don't quite know your expenses yet, but I imagine it's going to be a little more than $10,000 for 3 to 6 months of expenses.
Actually, so funny enough is that for the last 4 years in med school, I've actually been tracking my expenses. As you mentioned, I'm very nerdy, so I literally have like a spreadsheet going with all of my expenses and everything. I actually try to kind of get a better idea of how I budget out, and I actually spend or with rent and everything, and rent and food and everything. My monthly expenses are around 24 to 2,700 per month.
Awesome. Now, you're going to have a new rent that'll come into play, right?
That's 24 to 2,700 is actually including the new rent that I just signed the lease for.
Okay. So that adds up to about 16 grand. So let's call it 15 grand as a fully funded emergency fund for you. Does that sound good?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's take 5 of the 40 you're getting and add it to your savings. That becomes your emergency fund. We're not touching that unless it's an actual emergency, urgent, necessary, unexpected. So the rest of the
Okay.
35 sounds like you need a car.
Yes.
So let's get a reasonable used car. We don't need anything fancy here. And if I'm you, I'm probably not spending, more than 15 grand to do that. Does that sound reasonable?
Actually, yeah, that's perfect. I've actually been looking at used cars. I'm looking at around 10 to 15 is kind of what I'm looking to spend on a car.
Wonderful. So that then leaves you with 20 grand left.
Hmm.
And I want you investing 15% of your income, your future income, into retirement. So I'm guessing residency, you have a retirement option there, 401k, something like that.
Yes, I believe my hospital is going to match 4%. I think is what I read.
Awesome. So I would invest 15% if you've got good options there. If there's a Roth 401k option, I'm an even bigger fan of that. That'll use after-tax dollars. It'll grow tax-free. So invest 15% of your
Okay.
income. That's outside of the match. They're going to match 4%. You still invest 15% of your income there. And with that 20,000 sitting there in savings, I think your next goal would be to keep stacking up money, and so that eventually you'll have a nice big down payment to put down on your first house.
Okay. Okay. So 5K added to my 10K as an emergency fund.
Correct?
Around 15, nothing more than 15,000 for a nice used car.
Yep.
15% of my moving forward income into a 401k, Roth 401k if I can.
Yep.
And then the rest of it just kind of hold on to and kind of keep building it up until I can put a nice down payment.
You nailed
Kind
it,
of
man. I love, dude. You're already my best friend today.
help.
I want you to be my
Really happy to
doctor.
hear
This is the kind of guy
that.
you want in this profession. That's awesome, man. Your
Well,
family really set you up so well. I'm proud of you. You're a sharp young dude, and your family definitely left a legacy.
thank you. I appreciate that.
That's awesome,
Now,
man.
I guess one more question. One more
Sure.
question on that would be like, so in terms of kind of just keeping the money in as like a savings, would you recommend or not like kind of taking some of that money and starting to invest it into like mutual funds or ETFs or anything like that?
If you want, if this is a longer time horizon, you're going, hey, I know for sure I'm not getting in a house in the next 3 to 5 years. I'm okay with you parking that in index funds, mutual funds to grow while you save up. But at
Okay,
this rate,
cool.
and how
Actually,
long are you in residency for?
3 years. 3 years.
Okay. So I think I'd be a cool goal personally to go, hey, at the end of residency, what if I had enough to put down on a house with my newly found income that you'll have, which I assume is going to be high six figures.
Right. Yeah.
So I love this plan. Maybe you wait a year. Once you have that new income, you'll be able to stack up a lot of money really fast. So in 4 years,
Hmm.
you put that money down on a house. Maybe you could put 40, 50% down. Who knows?
Right. Okay.
I love this, man. I'm proud of you, dude. I'm going to send you a copy of my favorite book that changed my life, The Total Money Makeover. Hang on, Austin's going to pick up, and we will send you a copy of that to encourage you along the journey.